Welcome to our channel Valuable Coins All World. In this video, I gave you information about United States of America Washington quarter dollar, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please see this full video. Thanks. Top 1. The United States of America has a rich and storied history, with its coinage playing a significant part in that narrative. One of the most iconic coins to come out of the U.S. Mint is the Washington quarter dollar. This coin, named after the first president of the United States, George Washington, was first minted in 1932 and has undergone various changes in design and composition over the years. But today, we're going to dive into something special, the Washington quarter dollar from 1971. The 1971 Washington quarter dollar stands out because of its unique qualities and the value it holds in the world of numismatics. While it might look like just another coin in circulation, especially if you're looking at a standard one from that year, the truth is, it has a fascinating backstory and a surprising price tag attached to certain versions of it. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself, its history, and what makes some of these 1971 quarters so valuable. First, let's break down the general design of the coin. The Washington quarter features a portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, you'll find an eagle in flight, which was inspired by a design created by sculptor John Mercanti. The 1971 version is particularly interesting because it's the first year that the coin was minted after the U.S. Mint switched to a more modern method of production, which affected the coin's composition. If you're an avid coin collector or just getting started, you might be aware that coin values can fluctuate based on many factors, including rarity, condition, and special minting errors. While most 1971 Washington quarters are fairly common, there are specific versions of the coin that can fetch remarkable prices at auction. Depending on their uniqueness. One of the main factors that can significantly increase the value of a 1971 Washington quarter is its condition. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition will be worth far more than one that shows wear and tear from years of circulation. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are in near-perfect shape, with sharp details and minimal signs of age. Coins that are graded as MS 65 or higher, mint state 65, can see a jump in value due to their excellent condition. In addition to condition, some 1971 Washington quarters are more valuable because of certain minting errors. A mistake during the minting process can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary, with a rarity that makes it highly desirable to collectors. For example, a 1971 quarter with an unusual strike or doubling on the lettering could attract attention from numismatists, pushing its price up significantly. Now, it's important to note that not all 1971 Washington quarters are worth a fortune. In fact, the vast majority of these coins are fairly inexpensive, often valued just a few dollars above face value. However, there is one coin in particular, a rare variety of the 1971 Washington quarter, that stands head and shoulders above the rest in terms of price and value. This specific quarter, which was made with a certain unique characteristic, has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare 1971 Washington quarters, you could be sitting on something extremely valuable. In fact, some of these coins have been known to fetch a price of $88,000. That's right, $88,000. This is an extraordinary amount of money for a single quarter, and it highlights just how much the right coin in the right condition can be worth to collectors. To put it into perspective, a typical 1971 Washington quarter that is in good condition might only be worth around $1 or $2. But if you have a rare variety with a minting error or it's in exceptional condition, you could be holding something worth a fortune. It's a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting and the incredible surprises that can be found in the most unlikely places. So, next time you're going through your spare change, take a closer look at those Washington quarters. While most of them may not be worth much more than face value, you just might stumble upon one that could make you a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting to explore the world of numismatics, the 1971 Washington quarter serves as a great example of how a little bit of knowledge and a keen eye can pay off big time. Top 2. When we think of coins, we usually imagine them as just small, everyday items that help us buy things. But for collectors and enthusiasts of numismatics, coins tell a rich story and hold incredible value, sometimes worth much more than their face value. One coin that stands out in the history of American currency is the Washington quarter. Minted since 1932, This coin has become a symbol of both American heritage and the fascinating world of coin collecting. But today, we're focusing on a specific year, the 1972 Washington quarter. While it may seem like just another coin at first glance, there are certain aspects of the 1972 Washington quarter that make it a valuable and highly sought-after item. The design of the 1972 Washington quarter is quite familiar. On the obverse, you'll find a well-known portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This iconic design was created by artist John Flanagan and has graced the quarter since its introduction. On the reverse side, you'll see an eagle, which has been a symbol of strength and freedom in America for centuries. While the design itself hasn't changed much, it's the history and rarity of certain coins that make them so intriguing to collectors. The Washington quarter went through some changes during the 1970s, and 1972 is no exception. While it may seem like an ordinary coin in your pocket, a closer inspection reveals that there are certain variations of the 1972 Washington quarter that are much more valuable than most others. As with many collectible coins, the value of a 1972 Washington quarter depends on several factors, most notably the coin's condition and any potential minting errors. You may be wondering, what exactly makes a 1972 Washington quarter special? Well, like many coins, its value can vary depending on how well it was preserved. A quarter that has been in circulation for years, with visible wear and tear, will naturally have a lower value than a coin that was kept in pristine condition. Coins that are graded as MS 65 or higher, meaning they are in uncirculated or nearly flawless condition, are the ones that tend to see the biggest jump in price. But it's not just about condition. Certain rare variations of the 1972 Washington quarter can make it worth far more. Some collectors look for particular minting errors, such as double die varieties. This happens when the die used to stamp the coin is misaligned or double-struck, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the design. For example, you might see the lettering on the coin appear twice or be out of alignment. These errors are quite rare and can make a coin exponentially more valuable to the right collector. The unique nature of these errors makes them highly desirable in the numismatic world. Now, let's talk about what this means in terms of actual value. While most 1972 Washington quarters may be worth just a few dollars above their face value, those with the right combination of rarity, minting errors, or outstanding condition can be worth thousands. Some of the rarest varieties have been known to fetch prices at auction that might shock you. For example, a 1972 Washington quarter with a significant minting error or imperfect, uncirculated condition can sometimes sell for as much as $85,000. That's right, $85,000. That's a staggering amount for a coin that you might casually overlook if you're not paying attention. It goes to show how valuable the right coin can be, especially when it carries a rare error or was produced under unusual circumstances. It's not just about the coin's face value. It's about its rarity, its condition, and its place in the broader history of U.S. coinage. To put this into perspective, most people wouldn't expect a quarter to be worth such an astronomical sum, but the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. While many 1972 Washington quarters may not be worth anything close to that price, finding the right one could be a life-changing moment for a collector. Whether it's a unique minting error or simply a coin that has been impeccably preserved for decades, the potential is there. So, if you're someone who enjoys collecting coins or just casually browsing through your spare change, it might be worth taking a closer look at any 1972 Washington quarters you come across. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare find that could be worth thousands, or even as much as $85,000. This is a reminder of just how rich the world of numismatics is, with its endless possibilities and treasures waiting to be discovered. So keep your eyes peeled and happy collecting. Top 3. We are going to take a closer look at the 1973 Washington quarter, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but has a special place in the world of numismatics. This coin, minted during the early 1970s, holds more value than you might expect, especially when you consider the factors that can significantly increase its worth. The Washington quarter design has remained largely consistent over the years, with George Washington's portrait gracing the obverse. The reverse side features an eagle, symbolizing strength and freedom, a design that was introduced in 1932 and has remained a staple of the quarter ever since. Despite its familiar appearance, The 1973 version of the Washington quarter is more than just another coin in circulation. It holds particular appeal to collectors, and understanding why requires delving into the nuances of its production and potential value. One of the most important things to understand about the value of a 1973 Washington quarter is the condition of the coin. As with all collectible coins, the state in which a coin has been preserved can drastically affect its value. A coin that has been in circulation for years, subjected to wear and tear, will have a lower value compared to one that has been kept in pristine condition. A 1973 Washington quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition will command a much higher price than a well-worn version. Coin grading is a crucial element when determining the value of a coin, and the 1973 Washington quarter is no exception. Coins that are graded as MS 65 or higher, meaning they are in mint state and exhibit few to no signs of wear, are highly sought after by collectors. For these coins, the value increases exponentially. It's the same idea as collecting rare stamps or baseball cards. The rarer and better the condition, the more valuable the item becomes. But what really makes the 1973 Washington quarter intriguing is the possibility of finding a rare variety or error coin. Minting errors can significantly boost the value of a coin. For example, a double die error occurs when the die used to stamp the coin is misaligned during the minting process. This causes parts of the design, such as the lettering or numbers, to appear doubled or out of alignment. These types of errors are relatively rare and can be highly valuable to collectors, particularly those who specialize in error coins. If you're a coin enthusiast, you know that errors can turn a simple, everyday coin into something incredibly valuable. The 1973 Washington quarter is no different. Coins that display these types of minting mistakes are often sold for higher prices than their perfect counterparts. While most 1973 quarters you'll come across are worth only a few dollars above face value, those with noticeable minting errors or unusual characteristics can be worth far more. A quarter with a significant error or in mint condition can be worth thousands of dollars at auction. Now, let's dive into the real kicker. What is the potential value of a 1973 Washington quarter? While most of these coins are relatively common, there are some rare examples that can command impressive prices, especially when they feature rare minting errors or are in pristine condition. In fact, some of the most valuable 1973 Washington quarters have been sold for as much as $82,000. Yes, you heard that right, $82,000. That's a staggering amount for a coin that you might pass by without a second thought. It shows just how much the world of coin collecting can surprise you. The value of a coin is determined not just by its face value, but by its rarity, condition, and any unique features it may possess. If you happen to find a 1973 Washington quarter with a minting error or in near-perfect condition, you could be holding a treasure worth a fortune. To put it in perspective, the majority of 1973 Washington quarters are worth only a few dollars, but those few special ones with rare features can lead to unbelievable payouts for their owners. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, it's always a good idea to keep an eye out for coins that might have hidden value. You never know when you might stumble upon a gem like the 1973 Washington quarter that could be worth a life-changing amount of money. In the world of numismatics, coins like the 1973 Washington quarter are a perfect reminder of how history, rarity, and condition can come together to create something truly special. So, next time you're sifting through your pocket change or going through your coin collection, take a moment to examine your 1973 quarters carefully. They may just hold more than you think, potentially as much as $82,000. Happy collecting! Top 4. Coins are often seen as small, everyday items that serve a practical purpose, but in the world of coin collecting, they can represent much more than that. Some coins hold stories, histories, and legacies that make them highly desirable, and certain rare coins can even be worth a small fortune. One coin that has captivated the attention of collectors over the years is the 1979 Washington quarter. While it may seem like a simple, everyday coin at first glance, there's much more to this particular quarter than meets the eye. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the value and worth of the 1979 Washington quarter and what makes it so special in the world of numismatics. The Washington quarter has been part of American currency for nearly a century, first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. The design of the coin has remained fairly consistent over the years, featuring a portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The eagle, a symbol of freedom and strength, was designed by John Mercanti and is a staple feature of the Washington quarter. However, like all coins, the value of the 1979 Washington quarter can vary depending on a number of factors. While many of these quarters may seem like ordinary coins, they can be worth far more depending on their condition, rarity, and other unique features. The first thing to understand about the 1979 Washington quarter is the importance of its condition. As with all collectible coins, the better the condition, the higher the potential value. If you have a 1979 Washington quarter that has been in circulation for years and shows signs of wear and tear, its value will likely be close to its face value of 25 cents, or perhaps a little more. However, if you have a quarter that is in pristine condition, one that shows little to no signs of wear, its value can increase dramatically. In fact, coins that are graded as MS 65 or higher, meaning they are in mint state and nearly flawless, can command significantly higher prices. But condition isn't the only factor that plays into the value of the 1979 Washington quarter. There's another important aspect to consider: rarity. Some 1979 Washington quarters are more valuable than others simply because they are rarer. The U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters in 1979, so most of them are relatively common. However, there are certain varieties of the 1979 Washington quarter that are considered rare and highly sought after by collectors. One such variety is the proof coin, which was specially struck for collectors and was not intended for general circulation. Proof coins are minted with a higher level of care and precision than regular coins, resulting in a coin with a mirror-like finish and exceptional details. These proof coins are typically much rarer than their regular counterparts, making them more valuable. Additionally, errors during the minting process can greatly increase the value of a coin. Coins with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other irregularities, can be worth far more than a standard, error-free coin. If you happen to come across a 1979 Washington quarter with a noticeable minting error, it could be worth far more than the typical quarter. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for these unique pieces because of their rarity and the story behind them. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much could a 1979 Washington quarter actually be worth? While most 1979 quarters are not worth much more than a few dollars above face value, certain rare examples can command truly impressive prices. If you find a 1979 Washington quarter in excellent condition, or better yet, a rare proof coin or a minting error variety, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. In fact, one of the most valuable 1979 Washington quarters has been known to sell for as much as $72,000. That's right, $72,000. It's incredible to think that a simple quarter, which was originally worth just 25 cents, could fetch such an astonishing amount of money. This highlights the unpredictable and fascinating nature of coin collecting. A coin's value is determined by a combination of factors, including rarity, condition, and the presence of any unique features, such as minting errors. In the case of the 1979 Washington quarter, the right combination of these elements can turn what seems like an ordinary coin into a rare and valuable piece of history.so. The next time you're sifting through your spare change or going through your coin collection, don't overlook the 1979 Washington quarter. While many of these coins are not worth much more than their face value, you could be holding a valuable treasure if you find one with the right characteristics. Whether it's a rare proof coin or a quarter with a minting error, the potential is there. It's a perfect example of how a simple coin can carry hidden value, just waiting to be discovered. With the right knowledge and a bit of luck, you could be holding a coin worth as much as $72,000. Top 5. The world of coin collecting is a fascinating one, filled with history, mystery, and valuable treasures. Among the many coins that have captured the attention of collectors over the years, the Washington quarter stands out as one of the most iconic. Minted for decades, the Washington quarter is a coin that many people have seen countless times in their pockets, yet few know just how much it can be worth, especially when it comes to certain years. One such year is 1980, a year that may seem like just another coin in circulation, but in the right condition, it could be worth far more than you'd expect. Today, we're diving deep into the value of the 1980 Washington quarter and uncovering what makes it a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the design of the Washington quarter. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the familiar and iconic portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design, created by John Flanagan, has graced the coin since 1932. The reverse of the quarter features an eagle in flight, a symbol of American strength and freedom. This design, though consistent across many years of production, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors because of its timeless nature. Now, let's get to the crux of the matter: the value of the 1980 Washington quarter. When you think of quarters from the late 20th century, you might assume they're just common, everyday coins. After all, millions of these quarters were produced, right? While that's true, what many people don't realize is that not all of these 1980 quarters are created equal. Like any collectible item, condition and rarity play a huge role in determining the value of a coin. In the case of the 1980 Washington quarter, the value can vary significantly depending on the condition and other key factors. The most important factor to keep in mind when it comes to coin value is the grade of the coin. Coin grading is a system used by collectors and experts to determine the condition of a coin, and it's a major factor in how much a coin can be worth. The 1980 Washington quarter, like all coins, was produced in vast numbers, so finding one in poor condition is not surprising. However, if you happen to find a 1980 Washington quarter that is in mint or near mint condition, it could be worth far more than the typical 25-cent face value. In fact, coins that are graded as MS 65 or higher, meaning they are in excellent, uncirculated condition, can see their value increase dramatically. A coin in such pristine condition will attract the attention of collectors, as it represents the quality and craftsmanship that make coins more desirable. However, it's not just the grade of the coin that matters. Certain variations and rarities can greatly increase the value of a 1980 Washington quarter. One key aspect to consider is whether the coin has any minting errors. Minting errors are, by their very nature, rare and make a coin more interesting and valuable. For example, if a 1980 Washington quarter has an error such as a doubled die, where the design on the coin is doubled due to a misaligned die, it can become highly sought after by collectors. These errors are rare, and if you come across a 1980 Washington quarter with such a mistake, it could dramatically increase the coin's value. Another factor that could boost the value of the 1980 Washington quarter is whether it is a proof coin. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and are struck with higher precision than regular coins. They have a mirror-like finish and exceptional detail. While most of the 1980 Washington quarters that were minted were for general circulation, a limited number of proof coins were produced specifically for collectors. If you happen to find a proof version of the 1980 Washington quarter in excellent condition, it could be worth far more than a standard quarter. At this point, you're probably wondering just how much a 1980 Washington quarter could be worth. While the vast majority of these quarters are worth only their face value or slightly above, certain rare coins from this year can fetch impressive sums of money. A 1980 Washington quarter in pristine condition, or one with a rare minting error, can be worth thousands of dollars. And for the truly exceptional pieces, those that are in nearly perfect condition or feature an unusual error, the value can be staggering. In fact, some of the most valuable 1980 Washington quarters have sold for as much as $70,000. Yes, you heard that right, $70,000. That's a jaw-dropping amount of money for a quarter, but it's a perfect example of how rare coins can appreciate in value over time. It's a reminder that what might seem like a simple, everyday coin could hold hidden potential, waiting to be discovered by the right collector. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone looking to start a collection, the 1980 Washington quarter is one you won't want to overlook. Keep your eyes peeled for those rare, high-grade versions or coins with minting errors, because you never know when you might come across a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. In the world of coin collecting, it's always about knowing what to look for. While many 1980 Washington quarters are just like any other coin, there are always those rare exceptions that stand out. With the right combination of condition, rarity, and error, you could be holding a coin worth a small fortune. So, take a closer look at your 1980 quarters and remember, some of them may just be worth as much as $70,000.